Hey YouTube, it's Aiden here. This video is gonna kind of be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Just some random things I want to touch base on. First off, I want to say that I'm sure as many of you did, I saw the Chaz Bono documentary, Becoming Chaz, and I liked it. I liked it in a sense of people learning, people who didn't know maybe what being trans is about, learning what it's about. But and I appreciate Chaz. I know he's active online in the trans community, so who knows? He could be watching this video. I really don't know, but I want to say that either way, no matter who you are, no matter how you present it, you have to be brave to put something like that out for the whole freaking world to see. For to go on Oprah, I mean, it's one thing to go on Maury or any of those other talk shows, but Oprah is watched by millions and millions of people, and oddly enough, she's watched by lots of women and mothers and such. So to put yourself out there like that is pretty intense. I did watch the after interview, I guess, with Rosie O'Donnell, and actually, like, really, I really like Rosie. I used to watch her a lot when she was on TV, but I just think she's funny. She's a little over the top sometimes, but I think it's funny. Um, so I just want to like give props to Chaz and everybody in that video, in that documentary, because it was good. I didn't hate it. But if I could change two things or add two things or whatever to that documentary, I would love to see more of an emotional struggle and more of like how people actually deal with their emotions, because I feel like the outside is one thing, but the emotional inside is another thing. A lot of trans guys like to say, he was asked a question that was, oh, what can you tell us, having experience living both as male and female? And I feel like a lot of guys kind of hide from that. They kind of say, oh, well, I was always a male inside. But nobody's saying that you're not a male inside. They're just saying living in the life of a female, which you were living, whether you felt like a man since you were born, you were still having to live the life of a female. So what's the difference? What have you learned living both those lives? I mean, he had a good answer, but I just feel like the documentary could have went more into it. Like, I would love to see a documentary about the emotional changes, and then like the physical being kind of the second hand to the emotional. Um, Another thing I would have loved to see, well, not that I would have loved to see, because coming from where he's coming from, this isn't always a problem. I mean, it probably still is to some extent, but the financial aspect of starting T and getting surgery and going into an endocrinologist and all that, me and thousands of other trans guys and girls are out there struggling, trying to get money to support their lifestyle and get surgeries that they feel they need. And I mean, again, he did not get it from his mother, but not all of us know people that can loan us a couple of thousand. But again, like, that's nothing against him. It's just that's how he came up. And there's a lot of guys out there whose parents pay for it, who are in college and are able to get loans and use it, for college, but kind of for surgery too. So, it's nothing negative. I'm just saying I know that for a lot of guys and girls out there, the financial figure in transition is a big deal. And there's one other thing, but I forgot. Oh, the third thing, um, like, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Sometimes I say, oh, I wish they didn't show it, and sometimes I said, oh, maybe they should show it. But the scars left on any trans guy, or when they get surgery, was shown in this documentary. And my friend brought it up to me, and I didn't even think about it, but ever since he said it, it kind of stuck. Like, it kind of prevents seeing those scars. Like, kind of prevents guys who are trying to um, be stealth, because if somebody who watched the documentary is now a little bit more informed about life, and they see one of us at the beach and they see the scars, they're going to automatically think, oh, I wonder if they're trans. Like, they might not come up to you and ask you, but they're going to wonder. And the whole point of surgery is well, not the whole point, but one part of surgery is to, you know, have that one less thing that people have to question. But now they're going to question it anyway. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm iffy about it because, like, how are you supposed to educate people if you don't give them the whole thing? And at the same time, how are you supposed to protect those people who might be stealth right now? And one of their buddies at the gym saw this documentary, and now they're thinking, oh man, Tony at the gym, he's got scars like that. I didn't think anything of it, but you know what I mean? And in certain parts of the world and America, it's not really safe to it's not really safe for trans people and non-trans people to get together in their eyes. So that's all I'm gonna say about the documentary. It was overall good. I would, suggest it to anybody who wants to learn about it. Anybody who, I've been thinking about getting it when it comes out on DVD and showing it to my mom, just because she knows a lot. But I just feel like the relationship that they have with their parent, with his mom, is not what I have with my mom, but it is what I have with my dad, kind of. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's good for parents, too, because they get to see their side of the story, also. Um, so, I'm done with Chaz. It was good. Congrats on everything. Um, Next, just want to mention, I remember I was talking about, like, my facial hair, and I've been growing out my mustache, and it looks a little less 13-year-old boyish since November when I grew it out, like 6 months ago. But you can see it. It's not crazy, but the hairs are a lot thicker and longer. Like, they grow longer now. They were stopping. They were like growing, and it looked like I had like a dirt over my mouth, and now they're actually having some type of length to them. Um, Also on the sides, this lighting's not very good, but you can see here it's growing in. It's not a lot though. It's more just like faint but long hairs. Like, I could maybe count them. Well, maybe not. But they're long there though. They're pretty long. So I'm getting there. I've noticed actually too that, like, all here you can't even see it because it's blonde. I have a little bit of red over here too, which is pretty cool. My brother, my first oldest brother, he has like crazy colors in his hair, in his facial hair. It's kind of interesting, but it's cool. I wouldn't mind having like blonde and red. It's different. Um, so that's another thing I want to bring up. I told you this video is really random, and I'm sorry, but I just trying to put it out there. Another thing that I want to talk about is fundraising. My buddy came up with an awesome idea, and I want to run it by you guys because you guys are so great at getting back to me and letting me know if I have good ideas or not. So he may or may not come over later, and we might make a whole new video about this. But I'm thinking of, well, I'm not thinking. Well, now I'm thinking, but he was thinking. For me, like, to make some extra money is pretty much to raffle off a packer and a binder. So I would buy the packer, and I obviously am not going to buy a binder because everyone's a million different sizes. So I would, show you which binder I was going to pick and put a picture of it up and have the packer. And pretty much I would get my binder from Underworks because that's what I wear, and I personally love them. And again, it would be fitted to your size, whoever wins. And the packer is kind of one size fits all. I now come to think of it, like, maybe I shouldn't buy the packer too. Let me know what you guys think. But if I buy the packer, then what if I buy a white packer and the person who wins is black? That's not going to work. Or what if I buy a black packer and the person who wins is white? So I just thought of that though. So maybe I won't even buy a packer. But I'll put up a picture of the one that I would be buying, so you know what it was. But pretty much it would be like Underworks binders run from like $60 to $70, and packers run anywhere from like $15 to $30. The ones I always look at and the one I have is like it's a $20 one or $25, like 25 and 99 cents. I don't know, but pretty much what would happen is I would be selling raffles, like little tickets, and it would go to my PayPal. And my PayPal is automatically linked to my savings for surgery. And pretty much it would be like, it'd either be $5 or $10. I'd have to estimate how many people really respond, and if, you know what I mean, because whatever money I get, I'm gonna have to put into the packer and the binder, and that's like just under $100. So whoever wins will be getting a packer and a binder worth about just under $100 for either $5 or $10, which is awesome, depending on how many raffles you buy. But after that amount, all the rest of the money would go to my surgery, which is kind of cool, I think. I mean, it's a raffle, so you kind of have however many people decide, or however many tickets get sold. I'd probably just go ahead and make the raffle open from this date to this date, make a list in like my notebook or something, and then make an update video about a week before I draw the raffle, which I would do here live. I don't know if I can actually, you can do stuff live on YouTube. Maybe I would do that. But I would definitely make a video, so it would be like a live picking. And, the week before I would just list everybody who had made a donation or bought a raffle, and if I missed out on you, you'd be able to let me know, because I don't want anyone to miss the opportunity. If they went ahead and paid the $5 or $10, then you will be in the drawing, and there's no question about it. But the thing is, like, I don't want to like just get 10 people and have it for $10, because then I get $10. You know what I mean? And then I'll probably have to spend that $10 on shipping. But I just think it's a good idea. Like, I like the idea. If somebody had a raffle back when I needed a binder and a packer, I would totally just. I mean, $10. It's you either win great shit or you don't. I mean, it's kind of give or take. But I don't know if it's the best idea. Again, if I don't have enough people, then it's kind of pointless. But I thought it was really cool, and a good place to start would be to ask you guys. I also put it on Beefheads, and I, try to promote it wherever. If you have friends who need something, you know what I mean, like they could go to the raffle. Again, it would be your best chance out of however many people try out. And, for my sake, I hope a lot of people want to do it. So, let's see, what else? I forget. But, okay, another random thing, and then one more random thing, and I'm done because I'm already 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Do you guys wear, like, binders to bed? I'm just curious, real quick. Right now, like, I have, like, a bed binder, and you can see, like, it doesn't buy me all that crazy. It's really obvious that I'm wearing one, but it keeps me tight enough where I feel comfortable, and I kind of have to like move it up. But keeps me tight enough where I feel comfortable. But I probably wouldn't wear this outside. Maybe like a quick run to the store, but that would be it. I wouldn't be wearing this on a daily. And I wear that all through the night, and then in the morning I wake up and I put my other binder on. The only time I don't wear a binder is when I'm taking a shower or when I'm at the gym. So I was just curious if other people do this too. This binder is so much looser too. But last but not least, I know you guys all know I'm into like making things out of wood and wood burning and all that good stuff. I like have 2 people that I was supposed to make nameplates for, and I still haven't done it. I'm sorry. That's my phone. But look. So that's my buddy. So this is what I'm making. Can you see this at all? It's like a table. Am I like making you sick? I just used a whole bunch of old wood and tiles, and I made a cool ass table. It's not done yet. The sides still look kind of crappy and stuff, but I have no carpenter skills besides a few minor knowledge, little things. But alright, I talked for almost 15 minutes. I'm gonna go. Have a good week. Good 2 weeks whenever I make my next video. Stay strong. Talk to you later. Peace out. Cub Scout.